Homer turns out to have a billionaire brother. Aside from their hairstyles, they look almost exactly alike.
God, I feel so...
Not long ago, Abe was rushed to the hospital after suffering a heart attack. Afraid the condition might take his life, he finally revealed a secret he'd kept for years. In fact, Homer has a half-brother from the same father. Back when Abe worked at an amusement park, he fell in love with a girl. They started dating soon after. A year later, they had a child. They sent the baby to the Shelby orphanage, and then they went their separate ways.
I'm going to find my brother. I don't care what it takes. If I have to move heaven and earth, I'm going to find him.
Yeah, right, good luck.
Using the address Abe provided, Homer tracked down the orphanage, but he learned it had been demolished 30 years earlier.
Years? I'll never find him. I'm doomed to walk through this life alone. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Take it easy, buddy. They moved across the street.
Oh, sorry.
The director told Homer that records showed the child had been adopted years ago by the Powell family. They named him Herbert, but he couldn't disclose the family's address.
Please, this is my life we're talking about here.
Well,
Please.
I do sympathize with your situation, Mr. Simpson. After all, your brother could be anywhere. Even Detroit.
I know he could be anywhere. That's why I want you to narrow it down. Please.
You know, Mr. Simpson, if you ask me, the city of brotherly love isn't Philadelphia, it's Detroit.
Homer suspected the director was dodging the question.
Get it? Okay. Here's $20. Now will you tell me where my brother
Mr.
lives?
Simpson, I don't want...
Just take it and tell me.
Detroit, he lives in Detroit.
Fine. Thank you.
Back home, Homer began calling every Herbert Powell listed in Detroit. Through sheer persistence, he finally found his brother. Using the address Herbert gave him, Homer headed over, but halfway there, he was pulled over by the police. The officer mistook Homer for Herbert and quickly let him go. Soon, Homer arrived at Herbert's house with his family. Just then, a car pulled up.
Hello in there.
Homer?
Herb? You look just like... Except you got a little more. And a little less. God, I feel so...
Homer introduced his family to Herbert. Marge suggested that Herbert hold Maggie, but Herbert said he didn't know how.
Oh, what's to know? Just dive in. Catch. Woo.
That made Herbert think Homer was the richest man in the world. After learning Homer had found Herbert, Abe decided to check himself out of the hospital immediately. He warned Homer not to do anything stupid before he got to Herbert's place. Herbert took Homer to his garage and told him to pick any car he wanted as a gift, but Homer didn't want a big car. At that moment, Herbert had an idea. He wanted Homer to help design a new car. As payment, he'd give Homer a salary of $200,000 a year. He introduced Homer to his designers. Until the car was finished, he wouldn't interfere. Any questions could be directed straight to Homer. Homer told the designers he wanted a holder for giant soda cups, a little ball that could play radio, a machine that could automatically find parking spots, and some trendy features that would never go out of style. The designers sensed something was off. They called Herbert, but Herbert told them to trust Homer unconditionally. The designers couldn't come up with anything that matched Homer's vision, so Homer had to design it himself. The car was built quickly. Herbert held a launch event expecting to make a fortune, but when he saw the car, he realized something was wrong. By then, Homer had already spent all his savings. As a result, Herbert went bankrupt. Homer apologized to his brother. If he had never shown up, maybe Herbert's life would have been better.
Maybe I would have been better.